is Elliot. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is great. Well, I appreciate you guys getting together. So you're in Montessori school?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I had 2 daughters that went through Montessori Elementary School. So they're both doing well. So you have interest in energy. So we have some new energy legislation taking effect today. So that's very exciting. So I see, do you guys have some questions then you want to ask? Okay. Are you kicking things off? Are you going first or who's going first?
Well, Anderson, you're first on the list.
Okay. Oh, you got this all worked out?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
How much of the energy programs are going toward renewable energy?
Quite a bit. What I would say is we're having a big shift from coal to greener energy sources. And when I say greener, it's going to be a combination of natural gas and renewables. And the renewables we really focus on in Michigan, they're probably more wind than solar, but solar is catching up fast because the prices are becoming much more competitive. So we're going to see a big shift from coal to these greener sources, and then between natural gas and renewables, I think you're going to see more and more renewables be a bigger piece of that. But that's one of the things we did is we made our plan flexible. So it's not set for one number, but it's sort of going to be determined based on what's the best market prices and what's the best federal policy and what's the best answer. But I think you're going to see that number grow a lot.
How much money is going towards renewable energy?
Well, that depends on what the percentages are, but it will be a big investment. But it's a good investment. The nice part about renewables are, once you make that investment, you don't have more energy cost. It's more capital you have to pay for in terms of the big windmill or all those solar panels. And sometimes it can be good because we can actually make some of those things right here in Michigan in terms of some of the components that go in the windmills or even some of the solar panel stuff. For example, we have a company here that makes the big ingots that they cut into wafers that eventually become the solar panels. So,
Also, there are I've heard that there are also like different types of like solar energy. I've heard of this one plant where they just use mirrors to focus a bunch of sunlight on one place where they boil stuff.
yeah, you can use that to actually heat it and generate steam, and that can be a power source. That doesn't really work well in Michigan because we're not quite as sunny as some other states.
Yeah, we're a lot more of a not so sunny state.
Well, the good part though is that's one of the technology developments, along with the prices coming down on solar though, is they're making them more efficient so they can convert more energy into more energy for what they have. And it's really interesting technology about it's how they make the cuts in the solar panels and absorb more energy. So that's something I used to do computer work and technology work, so I used to have fun learning about all those things.
What other kinds of energy can we use that can be harnessed besides solar and wind?
Well, those are the best ones, but sometimes you can make new energy like from waste products, like from trash and other things, or you can use leftover agricultural products. Actually, there's companies here that do wood chips to help power their plants. If you go to Central Michigan University, I think they do some of their power actually using wood byproducts and such, because that can be a good source.
My dad works at CMU too.
Oh, okay. Well, you might want to ask him about that. Because I think they do good things, because we make a lot of products out of timber here, and you have scrap pieces of wood and other things that then can be a good source of energy. And that's renewable, because we can grow more trees.
Are there any plans to encourage bike riding rather than driving a car for transportation?
Oh, absolutely. That's a good way. That's a healthy way, right? Because you get in better shape when you do that. So we've got a couple things going on. One, we're building something called the Iron Bell Trail. And that's a trail that's going to go all the way from Ironwood, way at the far western end of the Upper Peninsula on the Wisconsin border, all the way to Belle Isle in Detroit.
Whoa.
And there's actually 2 parts to the trail. There's going to be one trail for more walking and one for biking. And so those trails are each one of those trails is going to be probably 700 miles long or longer. So it's great to be with you guys. So we'll pass those down. So